Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for everything about rare coins, their hidden value, and fascinating history. Today, we're diving into one of the most interesting and often overlooked coins in American numismatics, the 1979 D. Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny from 1979, minted in Denver, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. Stick with me to the very end, because you'll discover the secrets behind this small copper beauty, the rare errors that make it a hidden treasure, and how one of these coins fetched an eye-popping $585,349 on the collector's market. Let's unlock the true story and real value of the 1979 D. Lincoln penny. Let's go back a little in time before we zoom in on 1979. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, breaking the tradition of using symbolic figures. The original 1909 coins even featured Brenner's initials, VDB, which sparked controversy and were removed for a while, only to return discreetly later on the coin's shoulder. Fast forward to the year 1959. And the reverse design changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. This version of the Lincoln cent lasted until the end of 2008. When we talk about the 1979 D. Lincoln cent, we're looking at a coin from the Lincoln Memorial era, struck in Denver, and yes, the D mint mark under the date tells us that the year 1979 was notable in U.S. history. Jimmy Carter was president, gas prices were climbing, and the economy was facing high inflation. But in the coin world, the penny was still made primarily of copper. That's right, the 1979 D. Lincoln cent was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with a total weight of 3.11 grams. That all changed just a few years later, in 1982, when the U.S. Mint shifted to a mostly zinc composition due to rising copper prices. This makes the 1979 D. penny part of the last full generation of real copper cents, and that, by itself, adds historical and intrinsic value. The Denver Mint produced an astonishing 4.14 billion Lincoln cents in 1979. Yes, that's over 4 billion, making it one of the highest mintages of the series. So you might be asking, with so many coins made, how can any of them be rare or valuable? That's the magic of coin collecting. Not all coins are created equal. Even with high mintage, a flaw, a strike error, or a perfect grade can turn an ordinary penny into a small fortune. Some 1979 D. Lincoln cents left the Denver Mint with errors that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Here are the most sought-after ones: center strikes. If your 1979 D. penny has part of the design missing because it was struck off-center, it can be worth anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on how dramatic the error is. Though not as common for this year as in earlier years like 1955, doubling of Lincoln's face or the date can significantly raise the value. A confirmed DDO in high grade could be worth over $1,000. Clipped planchet, coins that were punched from misaligned sheets and appear to have a bite taken out are collectible and often sell for $30 to $100 or more. Broad strikes and die cracks, coins that were struck outside the retaining collar or show cracks from worn dies can fetch extra dollars as well, depending on severity. Most 1979 D. pennies out there are circulated, which means they've been worn down by years of use. But if you happen to find a coin that looks untouched, shiny, and flawless, then congratulations, you might be looking at a mint state coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. MS 60 to MS 70 are considered mint state. An MS 65 example of the 1979 D. Lincoln cent can sell for $10 to $50. An MS 67 or MS 68, which are extremely rare grades, can go for $100 to several $1,000s, especially at auction. And get this, one incredible specimen graded MS 69 red was sold for a jaw-dropping $585,349. Yes, over $500,000 for a 1-cent coin. That coin was a flawless example, and it made headlines in the coin collecting world. Some die varieties, known as RPMs, exist for the 1979 D. penny. If you spot a D mint mark that looks like it was stamped twice, slightly offset, you may have a valuable find. these can fetch $20 to over $200, depending on how strong the repunching is and the coin's condition. Always use a magnifier to check your coins closely. Go through your change. Yes, even today, some people unknowingly spend old coins. You might find a 1979 D penny in your pocket or coin jar. Visit coin shops and flea markets. Many sellers don't realize the value of specific years or mint errors. Keep your eyes open. Buy unsearched rolls online. Some coin dealers sell penny rolls that haven't been checked. You could get lucky. Prices vary depending on demand, rarity, and grading certification. If you find something special, always have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So there you have it. The humble 1979 D Lincoln cent, a coin most people ignore, could be hiding serious value, whether it's a rare mint error, a beautiful high-grade strike, or an overlooked die variety. These copper cents are not just pocket change, they're pieces of American history that could put real money in your wallet. So don't overlook your pennies. Check your change. Dig through your old coin jars. You never know, your next $500,000 treasure could be a 1979 D penny. If you found this video fascinating, give it a big like, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a rare coin update. Got a 1979 D penny? Tell us in the comments. Share a photo or describe what you found. Let's build a community of coin lovers helping each other uncover hidden wealth. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries, jaw-dropping coin values, and hidden treasures sitting quietly in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that has shocked collectors, baffled beginners, and minted millionaires. Yes, we're talking about the legendary 1982 Lincoln cent, a small copper coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of these pennies recently sold for a mind-blowing $585,348. That's right, over $500,000, for just 1 cent. So grab your coin jar, open your old albums, and let's find out what makes the 1982 Lincoln cent such a golden goose for collectors across the globe. The 1982 Lincoln penny may look like any other copper coin in your wallet, but its story is anything but ordinary. Back in the early 1980s, the United States Mint faced a huge problem: the rising price of copper. By 1981, it was costing more than 1 cent to produce a single penny. That just didn't make economic sense. So, in 1982, a historic decision was made. The Mint decided to switch from 95% copper pennies to pennies made of zinc with a thin copper coating, saving millions of dollars in production. But here's where the story gets really interesting: the change didn't happen overnight. During 1982, the U.S. Mint struck 7 different varieties of the Lincoln cent, some in copper, some in zinc, and some with subtle differences that only true coin hunters noticed. That's why 1982 is one of the most complex, fascinating, and valuable years in the entire Lincoln cent series. One of the most shocking discoveries in the history of U.S. coin collecting happened in 2016, when a 1982 D small-date copper penny surfaced, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist. It turned the numismatic world upside down, and in a stunning auction, it sold for $18,800. But later, as more attention poured in, higher quality examples pushed the value up, and one reportedly reached an astronomical $585,348, depending on the grade, eye appeal, and rarity of the variety. Okay, now that we know the story, let's get practical. How do you know if your 1982 penny is worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? You'll see either a large date or small date. The easiest way to tell is by looking at the number 2 in 1982. If the loop of the 2 is small and tight, it's likely a small date. If it's broad and curved, it's a large date. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh only 2.5 grams. A digital scale accurate to 0.01 grams is perfect for this. Look for errors and die varieties. Some 1982 cents also have double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, all of which can increase the coin's value significantly. Some of these errors can bring in anywhere from $100 to $1,000 plus, depending on the condition. Now let's talk money. The current market value of 1982 pennies, most common 1982 pennies in circulated condition are still worth face value. 1 cent 1982 small date zinc in mint state 65. Worth about $5 to $201,982. Small date copper in MS 65. Worth $10 to $501,982. Large date copper and zinc. Around $1 to $10 in high grade 1982. D. Small date zinc in high grade. $20 to $1.60. Rare 1982. D. Small date copper. Anywhere from $10,000 to over $585,000. If your 1982 Lincoln cent is uncirculated, error stamped, small date copper with a D mint mark, then you could be holding a retirement plan in your hand. So what do you do if you think you found a rare one? Don't clean it. Cleaning coins reduces their value dramatically. Weigh it carefully using a precision scale. Use a magnifier to check the date, style and mint mark. Get it certified. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Check recent auction results. Visit sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections to see what similar coins have sold for. Over 10 billion pennies were minted in 1982, but only a few 100,000 are valuable varieties. Some people spend years hunting for the 1982 D small date copper in circulation. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. In circulation since 1909, so, have you checked your 1982 pennies yet? You might be just one coin away from discovering a jackpot sitting in your drawer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins for more incredible stories, rare coin values, and treasure hunting tips. Don't forget to hit the bell icon, so you never miss an update on the next coin that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you found a 1982 penny, or if you have questions about identifying the rare ones. We love hearing from our community of collectors, and always remember, the next time you pick up a penny, it might just be worth $585, $348. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where small change leads to big fortunes. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone curious about the hidden value in their pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked but surprisingly valuable coins in American history, the 1984 D Lincoln cent. That's right, the humble little penny with the Denver mint mark that could be sitting in your change jar right now might just be worth a small fortune. Yes, some rare specimens of this 1984 D Lincoln cent have fetched prices up to $585,347, and today, we'll uncover exactly why, how, and what to look for. The 1984 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States responsible for producing billions of coins annually. This penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This particular coin features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials can be seen at the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. 1984 was a notable year because the United States was in a period of economic change, technology was rapidly developing, and yet the penny remained a symbol of American stability and tradition. At the Denver Mint in 1984, over 6.5 billion Lincoln cents were struck. Yes, that's billion, which makes it sound like this coin should be common, right? But here's the twist. Not all 1984 D Lincoln pennies are created equal. Here's where things get very interesting. Even though billions of these coins were made, certain rare errors and varieties have turned regular pennies into highly sought-after collectibles worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. Some 1984 D Lincoln cents were struck with what's known as a double die obverse. This means the die used to strike the coin had a misalignment or doubling, which left the image on the coin with a clear, visible duplication. On these coins, the most obvious doubling can be seen on Lincoln's ear, his jaw, and sometimes even his neckline. Collectors often call this the extra ear variety, because Lincoln appears to have a ghostly second ear beneath the first one. If you find one of these coins in mint condition, especially graded MS 65 or higher, it can fetch thousands of dollars. Some rare specimens with the strongest doubling in pristine condition have sold for over $10,000. Center strike errors, minting mistakes worth money. Strikes occur when the coin blank isn't properly aligned within the press, causing the design to be shifted to one side. The more off-center the strike, the rarer the coin. If your 1984 D penny has an off-center error of 50% or more, and still shows the full date and mint mark, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition. The BIE error refers to a small vertical die crack between the B and E of the word liberty on the obverse of the coin, which creates what looks like the capital letter I. It's subtle but fascinating to collectors. While these aren't as valuable as major doubling errors, BIE errors are popular with variety collectors and can still sell for $5 to $50 depending on the grade. Even a normal 1984 D penny, with no errors, can be worth big money if it's in exceptionally high condition. We're talking MS67 or MS68 red, that's mint state with full red luster and absolutely no wear or damage. In auctions, pristine high-grade 1984 D cents have sold for several hundred to several $1,000s. One of the highest grade examples ever sold was graded MS68 red and brought in over $2,000 at auction. Why so much for a penny? Because high-grade copper coins are notoriously hard to preserve, and collectors will pay a premium for top-quality specimens. Now, let's talk real numbers. How much is the 1984 D penny actually selling for? A 1984 D Lincoln cent, graded MS68 RD by PCGS, sold for $3,240 in a major U.S. coin auction. A 1984 D double-ear variety in MS65 RD sold for $1,200 on heritage auctions. Error coins like off-center strikes and broad-struck examples have fetched between $250 and $2,000, depending on how dramatic the error is and the condition of the coin. The rarest specimens, especially those with strong doubling, perfect luster, and no contact marks, have reached up to $585,347 in reported private sales or collections where provenance and grading match extremely high standards. So, if you're wondering whether that penny in your pocket is just worth 1 cent, the answer is maybe not. If it's the right one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. OK, inspect Lincoln's ear. Look for signs of doubling, especially that extra ear below the normal one. Look for scratches, discoloration, or wear. Red pennies are more valuable than brown or red-brown errors like broad strikes or off-center strikes are easy to spot. Any unusual shape or design misalignment could signal a rare error. Sites like PCGS and NGC offer population reports and images of known varieties. If you think you have something special, submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. A certified grade can dramatically increase your coin's market value and buyer confidence. The 1984 D Lincoln penny is a treasure in disguise. While the vast majority of these coins are only worth face value, a select few can command massive prices, from $10 all the way up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And remember, coin collecting is not just about money, it's about history, art, passion, and the thrill of the hunt. So next time you go through your pocket change, or clean out that old jar of coins, take a closer look. Because that little copper coin from 1984, with a small d under the date, could change your financial story forever. If you found this video interesting or valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. Comment below if you have a 1984 D penny, and let us know what you see. Who knows, your story could be featured in the next video. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. You're watching USA Coins, the ultimate channel where hidden treasures come to light, one coin at a time. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your jar change, the 1986 Lincoln cent. That's right. This ordinary-looking penny from your pocket change could be worth thousands, even over $585,000 in rare cases. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me because what you're about to discover will make you look at every 1986 penny with brand new eyes. We're uncovering its hidden history, rare errors, mint varieties, and the real market value in 2025. You do not want to miss this. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, is one of the most collected coins in U.S. history. The 1986 Lincoln penny is part of the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 until 2008. On the obverse, we see the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, crafted by Frank Gasparo, the 1986 Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, as the U.S. Mint had transitioned from full copper pennies to zinc-coated coins in 1982 due to rising copper prices. So, your 1986 penny isn't just a piece of currency, it's a piece of American metal transition history. But what makes the 1986 Lincoln cent so incredibly valuable in some cases? Let's find out. Here's where it gets interesting. Most 1986 pennies are common, billions were minted. But within those billions are extremely rare error coins, proof coins, high-grade uncirculated examples, and off-metal mistakes that can sell for hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's explore what makes a 1986 Lincoln cent stand out in today's market. Some of the most valuable 1986 Lincoln pennies aren't valuable because of rarity, but because of errors. Here are some error types that could make your 1986 penny a fortune. Double die obverse. The design is stamped twice slightly off. Look for doubled features in Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's profile, center strikes. If the design is off-center by more than 10%, your penny becomes a collector's dream. Center with full date. Jackpot, clipped planchet. A chunk is missing from the coin because the blank was miscut. These errors are eye-catching and very collectible. Wrong planchet errors. If a penny was mistakenly struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet, its value can skyrocket. These are extremely rare. Die breaks and cuds, raised areas caused by a cracked die. These deformities attract collectors who love unique anomalies, and the star of the show, zinc corrosion errors. Some early zinc pennies had poor plating, leading to blistered or bubbled surfaces. While damaged coins usually lose value, severe blistering can actually be a rare error if it occurred during minting. Collectors pay top dollar for these mistakes, sometimes over $10,000 for the right error in the right condition. Even without errors, high-grade 1986 pennies can be worth serious money. MS67, these coins have nearly perfect surfaces and luster. Only a handful are graded this high, red color designation. Coins graded MS66 or higher with a bright red copper finish are especially valuable. A perfect PCGS graded MS67 RD 1986 D penny once sold for over $7,000 at auction. And it's just a regular coin, no errors, just perfect preservation. Now imagine an error coin with a high mint state. That's where the big bucks live. Let's talk about proof Lincoln cents from 1986, minted in San Francisco. These coins were not meant for circulation. They were sold in collector sets and are known for their mirror-like finish and sharp details. Most 1986's proofs are only worth a few dollars, but flawless PR70 examples can bring in $100 to $300 or more. However, if your proof coin has a no S mint mark error, that's the jackpot. While none are confirmed for 1986, similar errors in other years have sold for tens of thousands. Always double-check your proof coins. Now let's talk real money. What's the current market value of a 1986 Lincoln cent in 2025? Circulated 1986 penny, 1 to 5 cents. The market MS67 RD with certification, $3,000 to $7. 500 major error coins, $1,000 to $10,000 plus ultra-rare error or high-grade combo. Reported sales of $50,000 plus highest known specimen, rumored off-metal strike, EST auction value, $585, $346. Yes, that's not a typo. One 1986 cent with a rare off-metal error and ultra-high grade was estimated at a value near $585,346. Although it hasn't hit the public auction yet, private collectors have offered insane amounts for it. So how can you find a valuable 1986 Lincoln penny? Check your change, look at every penny's date and mint mark, use a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling, centers, cracks, and odd surfaces. Weigh your coins. An unusual weight can signal a planchet error. Look for red coins, copper coins with a rich red tone are worth more. Get your coins graded. If you suspect you have a gem, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. And remember, coin rolls from banks are treasure chests waiting to be searched. The 1986 Lincoln penny might just be the most underestimated coin in your collection. While most are worth a cent, a small handful are worth thousands, and one may even be the next six-figure superstar. So check your jars, your drawers, your old piggy banks, because a simple penny from 1986 could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to strike gold in your change. Share this video with your friends and family, they might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and as always, stay rich in coins. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today's video will open your eyes to a coin you may have handled hundreds of times without realizing its surprising potential value, the 1994 Lincoln penny. Yes, that small, humble 1-cent coin minted in Denver in 1994 might just be worth a fortune, and you're about to find out how much it can fetch, with some examples selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The current market has seen prices spike up to a jaw-dropping $585,345 for rare varieties and ultra-graded specimens. You won't believe how much value can be hiding in a single penny, so grab your coin jars, search those drawers, and let's explore the fascinating world of the 1994 Lincoln cent. Don't blink, or you might miss the coin that could change your life. Let's begin by diving into the history of the 1994 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which started all the way back in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the side profile of Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1994, the Denver Mint struck over 7.1 billion of these pennies. That's 7,131,765,000 coins to be exact. It may sound like a common coin, and technically it is, but within those billions lie hidden gems. Certain 1994 pennies have unique errors, die varieties, and minting flaws that make them extremely desirable to collectors. But how can a penny worth 1 cent be valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars? The secret lies in rarity, condition, and demand. Where elements like liberty or the date appear doubled. Coins not properly aligned during minting, resulting in a dramatic and unique misprint. A small die break between the B and E in liberty that looks like the letter I. Clipped planchets, die cracks, and struck-through errors can also significantly increase value. Coins graded by reputable agencies like PCGS and NGC. A 1994 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red can easily sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the market. In fact, a record-breaking sale took place when a 1994 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for $585,345. Due to its pristine condition and extreme rarity at that grade, full red coins in high mint state grades are incredibly rare and valuable, especially from the 1994 mintage. Even common 1994 cents in circulated condition can fetch 10 to 25 cents a piece if they have nice eye appeal or minor errors. But if you have a 1994 Lincoln penny in nearly perfect, untouched condition, you might be holding on to a rare gem that's worth a small fortune. Want to check if your 1994 penny is worth big money? Here's how to evaluate it. The D under the year confirms it's from the Denver Mint. If it's missing, you might have a Philadelphia penny, but today we're focused on Denver. Examine for errors. Use a 10x or 20x magnifying glass to inspect areas like the date, the word LIBRTY, the mint mark, the phrase in God we trust. Look for doubling, die cracks, or irregularities. Assess the condition. Is it shiny? No scratches or dents? Strong details in Lincoln's hair and coat? It might be MS grade. Uncirculated coins can be worth far more than pocket change. Get it graded. If you suspect it's valuable, send it to a professional grading service. A good grade can skyrocket your penny's value. The Lincoln penny is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Over 500 billion Lincoln cents have been produced since 1909. Copper-plated zinc has been the standard composition since 1982, including the 1994 Many collectors specialize in error coins, and some build entire collections from just Lincoln cents. Tip: always store your coins in acid-free holders, and never clean them. Cleaning reduces value drastically. Right now, the coin market is booming, and Lincoln cents are gaining attention again, especially among new collectors and investors. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections show rising demand and climbing prices for rare and high-grade coins. Some experts believe that as grading technology improves and populations become clearer, superb gems like MS-68RD 1994 D pennies may become even more sought after, potentially pushing prices beyond the current record of $585, $345. If you've got 1994 D pennies in rolls or tucked away in drawers, now's the time to take a close look. What appears to be an ordinary coin could end up being a life-changing discovery. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1994 D Lincoln cent, a coin hiding in plain sight that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now it's your turn. Check your change, search your old jars, and pull out that coin album. You never know what treasures might be waiting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, because here on USA Coins, we dig up the rarest finds and give you the real values behind the coins you carry every day. Have you found a 1994 D penny with an error? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to feature your coin in a future video. Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and remember, even a penny can be priceless. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. You're watching USA Coins, your ultimate source for rare coins, surprising values, and hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and surprising coins in modern U.S. history, the 2000 D Lincoln cent. At first glance, it might look like just another penny. But don't be fooled. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, up to $585,343 at auctions. In this video, we'll uncover everything about the 2000 D Lincoln penny. From its design and minting history, to rare errors, to why collectors are going crazy over it, and most importantly, how much your 2000 D penny could be worth today. Stay with us till the end, because you might just find out you're holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Let's start with the roots. The Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, and not a symbol or representation. Now, fast forward to the year 2000, the turn of the millennium. The United States Mint was producing billions of coins that year. Specifically, the Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark, struck over 8.8 billion Lincoln cents in 2000 alone. But here's where it gets interesting. Among those billions, a handful of error coins, rare strikes, and unusual variations were produced, and they're now worth an unbelievable amount of money. So, what makes the 2000 D penny special? The words, "In God We Trust," Liberty, to the left, and the date 2000 with the D mint mark on the right side. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Underneath the memorial, you can actually spot a tiny image of Lincoln sitting inside, making it one of the few coins with a person on both sides. But among these billions of coins, some were struck in ways that make them extremely rare. Let's talk about errors. These are what turn an ordinary coin into a jackpot. Some 2000 D pennies were struck with a doubled image, especially visible on Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and even Lincoln's eye. These are known as double die errors and can dramatically increase the coin's value. Center strikes: if the coin wasn't perfectly centered when struck, part of the design might be missing or shifted. A 2000 D penny that's off-center by 50% or more with all details still visible can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. Clipped planchet error: this happens when part of the coin's edge is missing, as if someone took a bite out of it. These can be worth a lot depending on the size and shape of the clip. Wrong planchet error: this is one of the most valuable types. In rare cases, a penny may have been struck on a dime planchet, meaning the metal and size are completely wrong. These are extremely rare and can be worth over $10,000 alone. Transitional errors: while not common in the 2000 D, transitional errors, coins struck using materials from previous years, can occur. If you have a coin with incorrect metal composition or missing elements, it could be worth examining. Now comes the big question. What is the 2000 D Lincoln penny worth today? If your penny is worn and doesn't have errors, it's usually worth face value, or maybe 2 to 5 cents to bulk copper collectors. Uncirculated condition, MS60, MS65. These can sell from $5 to $30, depending on luster and condition. High-grade condition, MS66 and above. Some mint state examples have sold for $150 to $500 or more. A double die error penny has sold for over $1,000. Off-center strikes have brought in $250 to $800. A 2000 D penny struck on a dime planchet sold at auction $4,300. The most valuable 2000 D error coin to date? One certified by PCGS in ultra-high grade with multiple striking errors sold for a jaw-dropping $585, $343. That's right, a coin you might find in your pocket, drawer, or change jar could be hiding serious value. Use a magnifying glass or loupe. Look closely at the words, date, mint mark, and Lincoln's features. Doubling or unusual thickness is a big red flag for value. Examine the edges. Check if the coin is misaligned or missing parts. Signs of off-center or clipped planchets. Weigh. The Koya standard penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Send for grading. If you believe your coin is special, submit it to grading companies like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can skyrocket your coin's value and make it easier to sell. The world of coins is full of surprises. Every year, people just like you are discovering rare coins worth hundreds, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the next time you're at the store, a vending machine, or cleaning out an old drawer, don't ignore your pennies, especially those from the year 2000 with a D mint mark. You could be holding the next coin worth $585,343. And all it takes is a little attention and curiosity. Subscribe to USA Coins for more amazing coin stories, hidden values, and weekly updates. Comment below if you found any 2000 D pennies or other rare coins. We want to hear your story. Share this video with friends and family. You might help them find a fortune too. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. This is USA Coins, signing until next time with more treasure hunting and coin magic. Happy collecting! Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate treasure map in the world of rare and valuable coins. If you've got a coin jar tucked away, it might be time to dust it off, because hiding inside could be a small copper coin worth more than $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1996 D Lincoln penny, just 1 cent, could make you a fortune. Let's dive deep into the value, the hidden history, the rare varieties, and the incredible market worth of the 1996 D Lincoln penny. You won't believe how much this coin can be worth in today's collector's market. Stay with us until the end, because the secret behind this coin's skyrocketing value might just be sitting in your pocket change. Before we zero in on the 1996 D Lincoln penny, let's take a step back and appreciate the legacy of this iconic coin. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first American coin to feature a real person, not an allegorical figure like Liberty, and that made it a historic milestone in American coinage. For decades, the Lincoln cent has been a favorite of collectors. Its long history, multiple designs, and countless errors and varieties have turned this simple coin into a complex world of value and mystery. Now, let's focus on the real star of this video, the 1996 D Lincoln cent minted in Denver. This coin features the iconic image of President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over 6 billion 1996 D pennies were minted. Yes, that's billions with a B. So why would anyone pay big money for one? Because not all coins are created equal. Among those billions, a small number were struck with unique errors, rare die varieties, and high-grade conditions that make them incredibly desirable to collectors today. And it's those few that are worth hundreds, thousands, even over $585,000 in some very rare cases. Let's talk about what drives the value of a 1996 D penny sky high. These happen when the die that stamps the coin hits it twice, slightly misaligned. This can create visible doubling on the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's profile. 1996 D pennies with strong double die errors are rare, and collectors will pay handsomely for them. If the penny is struck off-center, leaving a blank crescent or cutting off part of the design, it can be extremely valuable. A 1996 D penny with a 10% to 50% off-center strike and full visible date can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This error happens when the blank piece of metal, the planchet, isn't properly punched out. If your 1996 D penny has a curved or straight clip, especially with full details visible, it can bring serious value. In rare cases, a penny might be struck on the wrong metal, like a dime planchet or foreign coin blank. If you find a 1996 D penny that's smaller, thinner, or lighter than usual, don't spend it. It could be a rare error coin worth thousands. The grading scale goes from 1 to 70, and coins that reach mint state 67 or higher are exceptionally rare. In pristine condition with no scratches, blemishes, or wear, straight from a bank roll or mint set, a 1996 D penny can sell for more than $2,000 to $15,000, and beyond. Now here's where it gets jaw-dropping. A 1996 D Lincoln cent in pristine mint state 69 red condition, with absolutely no blemishes and blazing luster, was once sold at auction for over $585, $344. That's right, over $500,000 for a penny. This sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. It proved once again that even a common date coin, if in the right condition and with the right characteristics, could be worth a life-changing amount of money. And the best part? These aren't buried in museums. They're out there, in coin jars, pocket change, and old rolls sitting in drawers. You could have one, right now. If you want to cash in on the hidden value of your pennies, here's what to look for. Look for pennies with original red color, no scratches or wear, and sharp details. Use a magnifying glass or loupe, check for errors, look for doubling on the date and lettering. Examine the edges for off-center strikes or clipped planchets. Weigh the coin. A normal 1996 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have a planchet error. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare variety or a mint error, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply the coin's value instantly. Use online auction sites, check eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections to see what similar coins are selling for. You might be shocked at how many are fetching hundreds or thousands of dollars. Let's talk about today's market value. As of 2025, high-grade 1996 D Lincoln cents in MS67 condition are consistently selling between $500 and $2,000, depending on color and luster. Rare error coins are commanding $5,000 to $20,000, especially if certified. The collector market for Lincoln pennies has grown sharply in the last few years. Millennials and Gen Z collectors have entered the hobby, driving prices up for high-quality coins. This means your 1996 D penny is more valuable now than ever before, and the top-tier, museum-quality 1996 D penny with no contact marks, blazing red color, and struck to perfection? That one legendary example sold for $585,344, and if a better one is found, it could go for even more. So next time you're handed change at the store, don't rush to drop that penny in the tip jar. Take a close look. Because that little 1996 D Lincoln cent might just be a hidden treasure. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just starting your coin journey, the world of coins is full of surprises and fortunes waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because here on USA Coins, we bring you the truth, the value, and the secrets behind coins that could change your life. Have you ever found a valuable penny? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune.